My name is Gary. I'm a grateful, recovering alcoholic and drug addict. Um, Many of you guys know I'm dealing with the loss of my son, Brandon. And I'm trying to do life at the same time, trying to hold down a job. And I've got a lot of responsibility at my job right now. We're super busy at work, and it's been 3 weeks. And, I gotta I have two bosses. I got the guy who owns the company, and a good guy, and I work directly for the guy running the division, and a real good guy also. Um, and today he he kind of he didn't chew my ass or anything, but he was a little like, hey, this is fucked up, and why is it fucked up? And we're fabricating for a big job to install, and why we ran out of clips today, and why are we just finding out about this today, and that why isn't it ordered, and now it's going to slow us down, and it's basically, this is on you, dude. Like, what's going on? And I immediately, me, I want to like get defensive or whatever, but this is a really good guy, and I got a lot of respect for him because of just he's kind of just old school like me. He's not a fucking computer whiz like me. I'm not a computer whiz, and we're kind of boots on the ground, and we both were in the field for many years, and so we know that aspect of it. We're not one of these young guys that just got out of some school and project management classes and all that stuff, and can buzz through files and stuff on the computer. So and I love the way he deals with people. I'm learning from him, and he's a little bit older than me. I don't know, he's probably got 10 years on me, but it felt like at first I wanted to get defensive, like, hey man, I've been fucking, I wanted to say, I kept my mouth shut because I really respect this guy. It would take a lot for me to like pop off at this guy. And, because that's what I do, right? I'm a professional pop off at the mouth artist. And, so what was going through my mind was, hey, don't you understand, I just lost my kid. Fuck, man, give me a fucking break, man. Like, I missed a lot of work and da-da. And the guy just wants, his jobs done right. So, there's that. So I've got, the angel, the AA guy, that reads the big book and works a program. And then I've got old Gary on this shoulder, so with the fucking pitchfork, and fire all around him. Fuck this guy, And then I've got, the guy that's in recovery going, hey man, this is your boss, and he's a good guy, and you need to help him out a little bit better than you're doing. And I didn't make excuses, and he's right. Some shit got fucked up. Some stuff didn't get ordered today, and what a responsible project manager does is kick it up a fucking notch and make sure that, I'm going to get in tomorrow, and I'm going to, I've been walking around in a fog. I'm not making excuses. Everybody knows what I've been through, and it's, fuck, man, it's a lot, right? It's heavy. It's a heavy cross to bear right now. But at the same time, I've got to find a way to get my head together at work and perform and do my job correctly, because this is big mistakes can get made, and a lot of money can get lost, and we don't have those margins in these jobs right now to be fucking stuff up. So I just want to, I guess these videos help me. It makes me accountable, and hopefully they'll help you if you're trying to get sober, or, you know, maybe on the fence about it or something like that. And so that's what I dealt with at work today. And you know, I actually at 2:30 last night, or early this morning, I woke up, and you know, I was on this health kick before my son um, died of a accidental fentanyl overdose. You know, I was on this health food thing, and I had quit smoking, and I was working out, getting up at 3:50 every day, and hitting the gym, and I haven't been able to do that. I've put on some weight, and which is, you know, it's all, you know, normal, you know, stuff. I'm not beating the shit out of myself over it, but I'm off. You know, I'm off. I'm off my game. I'm off my game at work. I'm off my game in life, and I've got to keep trying. So last night, and I had started smoking again. So last night, I wake up about 2:30 in the morning, and I look at the clock, and it's like, is it 3:30 or 2:30? So I'm looking, and I can't breathe, right? And it felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest. So I think to myself, am I having a heart attack, or, you know, is this stress related? You know, I'm trying to think. Don't panic, you know. I've got allergies, you know, also, and I've got some, you know, history of asthma, and, you know, I'm allergic to mold, dust, pollen, cats, dogs, and I've got a dog and a cat sleeping with me right now because, you know, they know I'm going through some stuff, and they're just staying close to their dad, and so I go to 7-Eleven to get some Benadryl, like hoping, you know, before, you know, I felt like, you know, this pressure on my chest, and I can't make you know, I can't breathe in, and I'm thinking, fuck, man, you know, I wanted to get some Benadryl. So I get the Benadryl, right? I get the Benadryl at 7-Eleven, last pack, put it on the counter, do my Apple Pay, and it's not working. And it's something with their fucking terminal, right, at 7-Eleven. So I go, well, let's do the other terminal. So we did the other terminal, and I go, I need the fucking Benadryl. And the guy grabs the Benadryl because he saw me going for it, right? Because I was like going to be like, you know what, fuck this guy. I'm taking the Benadryl, right? I'm not paying for it. I'm hurting, you know. I'll pay him later, right? But he grabbed the Benadryl, and I'm like, fuck, man. So I get in my truck, and I'm like driving, like, where the fuck am I going to go, right? I don't know the area that well. I don't know what's open, where the ER is, or anything like that. And a cop gets right behind me in one of his little SUVs. And I go, I pull over, and I wave the guy down. And I, like, seriously could not breathe. I was almost getting to that place of panic, right? Like, I could barely get oxygen in. And I said so he rolls his window down. It's a young officer, right? Probably in his mid to late 20s. And I said, dude, I can't fucking breathe right now. I need like a pharmacy or a fucking ER. And he goes, follow me. I'm going to turn my lights on. We're going to start running red lights, okay? Just stay on my tail. And we did that. We went through several, you know, like 5, 6, 7 lights. And we pulls into it says 24-hour emergency. I pull in there, and he pulls in there with me. And I get out of the truck, and I wanted to hug the guy, but I just fist bumped him. I said, dude, thank you so much, man. And he goes, I'll follow you in there. So he follows me in, and they wheeled me right in there. They thought I was having a heart attack. And they, you know, when I saw them, how they were acting, you know, it started to scare me because they were very serious, asking me questions. How old are you? Are you under any stress? What do you do for a living? And any added stress in your life? I'm like, yeah, my son just died in there. The whole team, like the 2 nurses and the doctor, were like, oh my God, we're so sorry. I mean, you just saw it in their eyes. And I don't go around telling like everybody, yeah, my son just died or whatever. But, you know, they had asked, is there any added stress? And now I see how serious they are. I've got my shirt off and fucking stickers and EKGs and, all that stuff. And, they're trying to eliminate things and they're asking questions and allergies to anything. And they did the IVs and all that stuff. And we found out they did chest x-rays and everything. The guy comes back and he goes, man, you got a healthy heart. You got a really healthy heart. And they had given me breathing treatment in that meantime because he kind of, with my history, I've had a little bit of history with this. Not a lot, but a little. He figured, I'm going to give him a breathing treatment. We're going to get these test results back. It took about a half hour or so, and I was better by the time the test results came back. It was an allergy, and I was like in the bathroom over the weekend because I took the apartment over for my son. And I was scraping mold off the shower, like in the grout. I'm allergic to that shit. And that triggered something in my lungs, plus the smoking, like fucking I went from, here's the addiction part, right? I went from 0 and doing good for a few months, right? 0 cigarettes in a few months to instantly 3 packs a day. So, the mold coupled with that, coupled with sleeping with the cat and the dog and all that stuff, no wonder. So they gave me some medication, a prescription for some prednisone and stuff like that, and I'll take it, as directed. And that's not a medication that's going to knock me off my sobriety anyways, but it's not a narcotic. But so I dealt with that, and then I go into work today and I'm dealing with that, and it wasn't a big fuck up or anything at work, but it was something, I would have caught if I was not, if I was at work. I missed some work with my son. I went to California and stuff. So I feel like it's a little beat up, and I'm tired, It's 4:20. It's 4:20. That's funny. So it's 4:20 on Wednesday evening here in Austin, Texas, on September 12th. October 12th. I'm only a month off. On October 12th. So, the other thing I wanted to go through was, so that was my day, and I've just been, there's no juice flowing today, I'm tired and everything. Then as soon as I get off work, I make a phone call, and it's to the lady that I'm going to join. I got that's from my IV. So I'm gonna become a part of this foundation. I'm gonna try to drive donations into it. It's such a beautiful thing that this woman has set up, and I'm going to I'm gonna have a preview one day of this in the next probably week. I'm gonna post the website and the foundation and what it does. I can get into a little bit of what it does right now. Is basically for really anybody who needs assistance or help, like with mental health, with recovery, alcohol, drug addiction, mental health, suicide prevention, grief counseling for people who have lost loved ones. I was talking to Vicky today, and she said, the high school that we went to, there's already been 6 fentanyl overdoses in the last year in our high school, and we grew up in an upper middle class neighborhood in the La Crescenta area in California, and this gives me the juice, man. So I started talking to Vicky, and I got all pumped up, man. The golf tournament coming up November 18th in Glendale, California, and she's going to add my son to the foundation's name, and we're just going to do good things for people in need. That's the way I want to live the rest of my life. I want to dedicate a lot of my time to helping people. And what a great way to do it. It's not just narrowed down to just one little area. This, I mean, my experience is broad right now with alcohol and drug addiction, relapse prevention, recovery, 12-step program, grief. You know, I'm going to have a lot to offer. And, you know, hopefully I can bring some of my business knowledge to this and, you know, just make it a successful thing that people can get well on. Right now, all she's been working on for a year solid, basically single-handedly, is just getting this thing set up, getting some money in the bank, working with local police departments. I mean, I'm probably underselling it here. I mean, she's probably done so much more than that, you know. I mean, I don't know all the stuff she's done. She just, you know, she rattled off a few things and how difficult it has been, that it's been a full-time job. And, you know, she doesn't draw any money out of this thing. I mean, this is she's trying to build up a bank account so she can hire services for people and, you know, medical people in the medical field when needed, fly people to rehab or get people in a rehab, or, you know, use the money wisely. And this is a good woman that lost her son in the same kind of fashion I lost mine, and around the same age. And he might have been a little younger, but you couldn't have a better woman with a stronger passion and just an ethical, wonderful human being that doesn't so much understand this side of it. You know, she's not alcoholic and she's not an addict, but she's a strength, man. This is one strong woman, right? And she's helping a lot of people right now. And we are just on the same page. We speak the same language. We're in it for the same reasons. And we both think big. So a lot of people are going to be helped through this thing. So that was my juice for the day. So that's how I'm getting through my grief and my sadness. And I'll probably cry tonight, you know. I'm going to probably hit a meeting in about an hour. There's a great meeting here called Bolden, okay? And I believe the meeting is, it's about 45 years old. And it's a little pink house on Bolden Avenue, just outside of downtown Austin. And I swear to God, man, every meeting that I've ever been to there, when it's over, I'm like, shit, it's over? Fuck, man, I wish it would go in like another hour. It's like, in that room, it's like a spiritual movement, man. It is very small, intimate. There's never been more than, I mean, I was at a speaker meeting once, but that's not my gig, but I popped in, and the speaker was good, you know, but not my thing. But the meeting itself, I go to a 5:30 and I think there's an 8 p.m. Wow, you know, it's intimate, it's real. And, you know, I don't want to get into anybody's stories and stuff, and I was probably pushing the limit, you know, the other day on some of this stuff when I watched my some of my video, and I was like, yeah, that's pushing the limit on AA. So hopefully I don't offend anybody or break any traditions. You know, this is just about my story that I'm putting up here and my love for Alcoholics Anonymous. So I'm going to I do my best to try to just keep it right there. Remember, guys, okay, the 5-day God challenge, okay? I'm not telling anybody to do this. This is just a suggestion, and this helped me, okay? Get on your knees for 5 days. Couple minutes in the morning, couple minutes in the evening. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. Ask God to reveal himself to you. He will. And be open to it. Be open to human beings, other human beings, interaction with other human beings, circumstances, conditions that come up in that 5 days. Ask God to reveal himself to you in that 5 days, and he will. He will. Ask him for strength. If you're battling this thing called alcoholism or drug addiction, ask him for strength. Say, God, please give me the willingness to be willing. Give me the willingness to go into an AA or NA meeting and raise my hand and say, hey, I'm such and such and I'm having a problem with drugs or alcohol. You don't have to admit you're alcoholic or an addict unless it's a closed meeting. Then even if it's a closed meeting and you're brand new, 99.9% of the time they're just going to say, they're going to let it go, okay? But, you know, that's out of respect for the traditions. But the meeting I go to, I believe, is an open meeting. Anybody can go. And if you share, they ask that you please identify as an alcoholic. And I have no problem doing that. I do that. You know, I'm a drunk. So it's easy for me. I'm a drunk. I believe in God. And I think that's why my recovery is right on track, even though I'm, you know, getting hit with life right now. So keep tuning in. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. Your comments give me strength and support. And if you need to ask me any questions, or if you need support of some kind, you know, email me the number 5daychallenge@gmail.com. 5daychallenge@gmail.com. The number 5 DAY, so 5-day challenge. 5-day God challenge @gmail.com. 5-day God challenge @gmail.com. I'm tired. Please forgive me. One more time. 5-day God challenge @gmail.com. That's the number 5. So you guys are awesome. Thank you. And I'll check in with you guys later.